how the Niners defense hold up. They have to go against DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and find a way to contain Russell Wilson. On paper, they can't. How does this play out?
I think the way I see this game is I think the Niners defense it seems to at moments it will stand up. Like we've seen them in moments like in the first half against Green Bay, like when they had to make an end zone red zone stop, they did on fourth. So they'll give you those moments. But the thing about it is the offense has to take advantage during that time. When your defense does step up and give you those moments, that's why it's so important for the offense to play the entire game, because the defense seemingly will give you some of those moments, but they're not going to be able to do it the entire game. Like they'll be able to hold water a little bit, but they're not going to be able to do it the entire game. And for me, I think the defensive line has to show up in this game. Chips, not chips, whatever. There can't be excuses. They've got to show up. Nick Bosa has to make himself known in this game. D Ford, Eric Armstead, it has to be Nick Bosa and somebody else. Like they got to make plays. Like that's the premier unit on the defense. They need to make plays.
I'm going to look at it a different way. I'm going to focus on the safeties here. Tartan Ward. I think they need to play back and not give up big plays. This defense has been giving up some huge plays. And I know it's hard to play back against the Seahawks because they're going to run on two deep safeties. But I'd rather Chris Carson get the ball than DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett. And so this Niners defense is going to have to stop the run with 7 in the box. You can't give up big plays in the pass game or you're going to lose in the first half.
Well, that's what I would do. That's what I would do if I were DeMeco Ryans. Is I would play it, so give up the run.
Yeah,
especially if your offense isn't going to show up, then just die by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, you can't give up the big plays. You can't.
Like slow, make them bleed slow. At least it'll eat up time, and because if you get hit with big plays, it's going to be like 35-0, 35-0. Worse than 17-0 in the first half. So
they're going to come out firing. They have no respect for these Niners. I mean, Mosley's already gotten torched by DK Metcalf. His counterpart is Diamador Lenore. Mosley's better than him. So there's going to be no respect. Anytime there's a single high safety, it's a deep shot. Anytime.
Russell Wilson does not fear the 49ers. I think he's got some absurd record versus 14 and
3 or 4. Yeah.
He loves playing the 49ers. It's might be his favorite team to play.
So I just don't see how the Niners hold up in this. Their defense holds up. I mean, they can try to keep everything in front of them, not give up the big play, but they might just give up 5 yards of carry in this game. And it's hard to beat Seattle when they're averaging 5 yards of carry. It's just, I don't know. Also, when your running game isn't working, it's hard to beat a team like that.
Right, and that's the thing, and I think that's what we're seeing is we've talked about before is Jimmy Garoppolo can succeed when he has a running game. When he doesn't have a running game, it's difficult for him.
And I think what the Seahawks do a really good job of, or at least last year, is playing that 6-man front, taking away the Niners' identity on offense, their running game, and making the whole thing go through Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, and Kyle, Kyle needs to use actual running backs. Don't use Kyle Juszczyk as a.
I hated that. First play of the game, you hand off to Juszczyk. What's the point? The most you're going to get is 4 yards. What's the point? You got to have something better than that.
No, yeah, like you can't tell me any of those guys can't run one of those can't run a zone play. Like you can't hand the ball off.
Kyle Juszczyk is a better ball carrier than Johnston. Really? That doesn't make sense. I don't believe that. It doesn't make any sense.